Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of ZeoFate's Let's Play D20 modpack. Um, Today we got a couple of different things we're going to do. One, making the die plates. Well, it's kind of painful doing it one at a time. Not for the die, but for the mixing the dough. So to solve that, we're going to make ourselves a sink, which is going to give us water. Grab that, because yeah, turning that into dough would, well, that would take a while. So I need terracotta. Let's just get 16 of that cooking. While that's going on, well, we're going to start working into refined storage. First thing we're going to need is some enriched quartz. So let's just get a couple of stacks of that set up. I have more than enough iron that I'm not entirely too worried. But we're also this is going to be just a bit of miscellaneous stuff going on this episode. I also want to get an anvil, because I'm going to start, well, really I'm going to build up the stuff I need for an enchantment section. Got some books on me. Let's grab ourselves some obsidian. And probably going to need some wood too. I know I'm going to need diamond. Got that done. Let's get the enchanting tables done. Just slowly gather some of that stuff up over there. Oh, two things. Simply because they just came into mind. First of all, the mining portal has been fixed. The way I had to do this is, well, I had to delete the mining dimension and start over. To that end, well, I found out that the mining laser, yeah, it can clear out a pretty impressive amount of space fairly quickly and easily, but it will chew through your power like nothing. So keep that in mind, because this didn't take me that long. Really didn't take me that long. But it chewed through about 2 full batches of power on the mining laser, which I have turned around and finished upgrading with all the different upgrades. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So, if you want to use it this way, my recommendation is just dig straight down to bedrock. Use the laser to figure out your floor level for the floor above, then rinse and repeat. And that'll at least make it so that you can pretty much get everything. Another thing I did is for our petals, I just chucked an item frame up there with a flower pouch that contains one of each of the normal sized mystical flowers, just so I got a backup in case I need it. Let's see, do I have any more leather? Yes, I do. That's not going to give me enough for 2 bookcases. Now, if memory serves me correctly, you need 15 bookcases to get up to level 20 enchant, or level 30. So I'm just going to slowly build up as I get the leather and everything else I need. To go along with that is, well, I want a grindstone. I need 2 sticks. Got the iron, but I need a stone slab. Let's grab our terracotta from here. That's going to get us our grindstone, which we can chuck right there. You need the anvil to chuck enchanted books onto your items, the enchantment table to get the enchantments, obviously, although you can enchant directly, and the grindstone to get rid of enchantments you really don't want. A good example of that is this cursed shovel. The curse to vanishing means that if you die, this shovel disappears. You don't get it back. So it's pretty useless. So you chuck it in there. Oh, tricky. You can't get rid of that one. That's magic protection. No, I got some other enchantments up here. Let's just go for mana boost 1. You can chuck an enchanted item into here, and it'll come out not enchanted. But if you look at my experience, I'm just 1 bar shy of level 25. Pull that out, and now you see I'm just over 25. You get experience back from the enchantments, which is useful. And this mess is kind of why I want to get an RS system up and running. Okay, so that's done. Next, we're just going to get our sink set up, which I need 3 base iron for. The reason why I like the sink is, well, let's just put it there. You can have an infinite water supply, just in that one block. So it's really useful. You can pipe out of it, so it's a good water source for any of your contraptions you need. Cooking table. It's cooking for blockheads 2. Needs cooking for blockheads 1. I need a book. A cooked book. I just got that pawn. Oh. I've looked at it so many times throughout the iterations, and I just got that pawn. Mod devs, a little tricky at times. So I need 2 crafting tables, 2 diamonds. Let's grab those. That's going to get our cooking for blockhead 2. And we just need, well, 3 stone. Yep, no, I just don't have stone. Although that was all supposed to be turned into living rock. Then again, it's not like I don't have enough cobble. So we put that there. And then we should be able to select an item on the right to see its recipe. Oh, are you not going to allow us to do that? Oh, I can't do it this way. Well, okay, that'll be on hold for now. I guess we're going to have to look into the create mixer, I believe. Pity. Thought that would have worked. Oh, anyways, let's get on to it. So first things first is we're going to need a controller, which can need a machine casing, which just needs any stone and some of that. So let's just pull this down, keep that. So we need the machine casing. Let's just get, I think 3 ought to be good. Ooh. Yeah. The casings are going to be your basis of your machines through refined storage. They're going to be what you build everything off of. The cable, which I'm going to need some redstone for, which, now that I think about it, I'm going to need redstone for a lot of things, as well as some glowstone. And I know I'm going to need some diamonds. I know I'm going to need some gold. And I know I'm going to need some iron. That should be everything we need. So for the controller, this is what's going to, basically it's going to take in all the power. It's going to be what's going to allow your gear to really run. And believe me, if you get a large enough system going, you're going to run out of a lot of power. And last episode, that's what we need the processing binders for, is these recipes right here. I'm going to make, let's get 10 of each of these. We'll chuck it in the cooker. Gonna have to do some manual. Okay, do I happen to have any slime left over? No. Figures. So let's get 6 of you, 6 of you. And we'll chuck those there. Got us some more slime balls. Which should then get us more processing binders. Which we can then use to finish off our... Now, for these ones here, I'm actually going to get like 30 of them. Simply because these are used a lot. Well, I guess I'm getting 34 of them. Yeah, just shut off the auto sort, and then you can put multiple different items in here. And as soon as these are done, it'll split whatever's remaining there over the rest. So let's get that advanced processor, which is what we need right now. Get our controller, and there we go. Now that just filled up for my battery, which is not what I want to do. As you can see, I just kind of extended the energy line underneath here. Just chuck that there, and now it's good for energy. Speaking of, let's chuck that in there just to cap it off. Okay, so next we're going to need a disk manipulator because, well, we need place to store the items, which I'm actually going to need disk drives for. Now, one of the reasons why I prefer myself refined storage over applied energistics 2 is when it says it's a 1K storage drive, it means it can hold 1,000 items. Doesn't matter what it is. Where applied energistics is, yeah, your drives can hold 1,000 items or whatever, but maybe only like 60 different types of items. Or 63, I think it is. So with the little bit of a rat's nest of everything right now, I'd need more drives for an AE2 system than I do need a refined storage system right now. So, yeah. Don't need cable at the moment. We'll get to that one last. So this is where we're starting to need other components. Oops. Now I'm only going to go for 1Ks because, well, let's go for 3 of those. Ought to be enough for all my current storage needs. So now I got them. For the disk drive, I need 2 storage housings. I had just enough glass for that. I need a destruction core and a construction core. And that right there is why we need the basic processors. Because we're going to be using them for a bunch of stuff. And we're going to need them for even more. So, let's get our construction core going. I think I'm going to need a couple of these, so I'll just make them now. That's going to give us our disk manipulator. And that was the complete wrong item. What that'll do is you can put disks here and it will transfer all the items into your AE system. So if you have a separate system for whatever reason, and then the empty disks will be put here. So if you're moving and refining your storage and everything else like this, that's a really useful thing. That's the disk drive I need, not the manipulator. Doesn't matter how many times I've used it, I keep making that mistake. And I need a chest. Why anybody would use an ender chest when a normal chest would do, I have no idea. There we go. There's the disk drive. Chuck them in there. We now have 3,000 item storage in that one block. So, yeah. It's going to shrink things down a little bit. I'll leave that up just in case I need it. Now, to access everything, you need a grid. And for that, I need more glass. Which I don't think I have much of. But, I got 3 glass there. Luckily, we have this handy dandy pulverizer, which will turn it into glass. Currently, I've got it configured so that anything it produces automatically gets shoved into the cooker. Because, well, when I'm making glass or something like that, I really don't need to let it sit or just sit up there waiting for anything else. So, crafting grid, I'm going to need a crafting table for. So let's get one of those made. And those destruction and construction cores are going to come in useful, and I need 3 glass. And looky there. Oops. Grab those. So we're first going to make our grid, which is... thought I made a bunch of those. I could have sworn I made a bunch of these. You're not there. You're not there. Huh. Okay, going crazy. Good to know. There gets us our grid. Now a grid by itself, it just shows you what's in there, like a crafting table. When you've got a bunch of items in there, it'll shrink it down so that you've got, it just enumerates how many you've got, and if we come up here, it shows we have 192 of 3,000. And you can mouse over your disks and see where they're stored. So we'll clear that out. I will take that back. I'm going to make a crafting grid now. Now, I'm betting you can already figure out what this does. That's right, it makes a crafting grid. So if we just drop everything in here and say we needed a destruction core, it'll automatically bring the items from the inventory into the crafting grid, and you can just pull out the ones you need. You just X to clear it. Now that those are done, a portable grid's going to need a grid and a fluid grid. Now, I haven't made a fluid grid yet. I know I'm going to need a grid, and I'm going to need another controller. Well, let's get to it. So first things first, for the portable grid, I need the controller. Come on. Just give me the basic controller. I don't care about the color. There we are. I know I'm going to need 3 of those because I need 2 grids coming up. So we got a fluid grid. Oh. And the grid's going to need glass. Okay, just chuck that in there. So I need 2 grids. Probably going to need more of those. Get those. Need fluid grid, which is going to eat my bucket. And just give me the basic controller. Thank you. Chuck that in there. Portable grid. What is a portable grid? Well, I can take disk, chuck it in there, and you need power. Powers it up. It's got its own internal power storage. You sneak to place it into the world, and then you can pull off any of the items you've got in your on your disk. So if you got to go ranging in the world and you want to be able to just store everything in your system, what you could then do is you put in your disk manipulator here, go out, do whatever you need to do out in the world, and then you can grab your disk, because you just loaded everything in there as you've been going, and you can chuck it in there. As you can see, it's very slowly moving the items over. To fix that, we're going to get into stack upgrades and speed upgrades later on. But for now, it's perfectly fine. Just clear everything out, get it all into there. And that's done. Fluid grid's done. And that's pretty much all. Oh, no, there's at least one other thing I want to do. Importer. For that, I need cable. And that's going to give me an importer. Now, an importer, well, it pretty much does exactly what it says on the box. It imports things. So it's slowly going through here and it's just pulling everything out. Now with the drives, I believe you can set, for the disk drives, what it is when you can put the disks in here, and there are specific fluid storage disks you can make. Let's see if I can find like a 1K. No, they start at 64K, which is not too terrible. You know what? Yeah, let's get one. So we need, not going for that high. Now you can get some supremely large, like 64K disks, but they take storage parts, and it's a multi-craft setup. So really it's good for when you've got automation set up, which we don't quite have yet. But that being said, let's get our 64K storage part set up. And then that way we can just set that there. Now that's only going to accept fluids. So if I took that sink, remember I said it's an infinite water supply, chuck that there, and set you to fluids. Oop. Oh, you do not like having... Okay. You're going to need one disk drive per... yeah. That's interesting little bug. Yeah, all these, everything you've got has to be connected to the controller for it to get power. And if you right click on the controller, you can come in here and not only see what you have attached, but how much energy it costs you. So let's get those back in there. Might have to update refined storage. You were working fine. it just you that you don't like? I'll have to look into that. But still, it's just a rendering bug, which that's kind of cool, but kind of cheaty and cheeky at the same time. It's actually kind of amusing. I have a hole through the planet. But anyways, let's just quickly get another one of these set up. And it will remember your last craft, so you don't have to worry about smart chests. And there we go. Get that done. Get that done. And I'll just chuck that right there for now. You can take fluids, and you're going to be items. So you're full of fluids, you're full of the item. Let's get the exporter back working. I want to demonstrate the, yeah, this episode's going to go a little bit over. So I need another one of those fluid grids. So I'm going to need some iron. It's going to need a bucket. Actually, you know what? Let's grab another one just simply because I need to replace my bucket. Get one of them. Destruction core. That's why I wanted to make a bunch of the irons. It's going to give me the grid. And then the fluid grid. That's going to show me that I have how much water I have available. Now, that's completed. So what I can do is I'll just nip this straight across. Break that temporarily and just chuck that up there. Break that one. Because then I'm going to just chuck that there and it'll start drawing in all those items too. Well, I might have to make some more basic storage drives, but we'll get there. So the dough is already in here. Yes, right there. So, one of the things for when you have search bars is you have to hit enter so it's no longer got that underlying cursor. Because then you can start using the commands like U for use and everything else like this. And I think I can just go... I think I gotta have that in the system there. I can then do that. Put that there. And And that would automatically... Is there a fluid crafting grid? No, well, guess I'm going to have to do it the hard way. Still, this is probably going to be our last episode before the base build and move. Just one of the reasons why I turned around and did it this way is so I could, well, more easily move everything. Because I can start clearing out everything I've got in here, start storing the bits and pieces that I don't need. Meanwhile, our power system is just chugging away just merrily, no real issues. So we are doing pretty good. And this is probably going to bottom out my storage. It's one or the other with you guys, aren't you? Yeah. I've already filled up to the drives, and I'm going to need a couple more. Oops. So we'll leave it all here. Next episode, hopefully it'll be the base build. No, see y'all then. I'll probably do a bunch of running in the background just to gather whatever materials we might need for the base build, and we'll go from there. ZeoFate signing out.